Efforts are underway in 6 states after deadly tornadoes just ripped through parts of those states. You can see that heartbreak and really devastation are the only ways we can describe what we have seen in the last day. Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Kentucky all reeling from those storms now, with the Commonwealth especially feeling the brunt of those storms. We have team coverage this morning looking at the damage and the relief efforts being mobilized. Let's start first with WLWT News 5's Karen Johnson. She's on the ground in Mayfield, Kentucky, where officials believe 70 people have died. Karen?
Well, good morning, Jatera. I have to tell you, being out here yesterday, talking to people in these communities, people who lived in houses similar to this one, we started hearing stories about loss, about neighbors and friends who didn't make it or who were seriously injured. We were in a neighborhood right outside of downtown yesterday, downtown Mayfield. A house was leveled and neighbors said a 3-year-old boy was inside with his parents. They survived. He did not. We were also talking to a pastor of a local Baptist church yesterday. Several members of his congregation are in the hospital right now with severe injuries. He said a mother and her 4 young kids were tossed from their home and found in a field. Her husband was buried in rubble. No, they were all rescued, but she was pregnant and lost the baby, the pastor said. Then there are people who are still waiting for answers. One woman I was talking to told me her friend's fiance worked at the candle factory that collapsed, and as of yesterday afternoon, they had not heard from him. So there is still a lot of waiting. There is also, I have to tell you, a lot of hope in this community. But, I was listening to an interview the mayor did this morning, and she described her town as nothing but matchsticks. And she was asked, she's like, people keep asking, what do we need? What do we need? And she says, obviously, in the long run, we're going to need money. But right now, today, we just need prayers. Reporting live in Mayfield, Karen Johnson, WLWT News 5.
Karen, thank you so much. Well, some of the worst of the devastation is at a candle factory in Mayfield. It was just destroyed by the powerful tornado and that trapped dozens of workers inside. Take a look at this satellite image. This is a view of what the candle factory looked like before that tornado hit late Friday night. Now, take a look at what it looks like now. It's nothing more than a pile of rubble, really, and hard to believe a building once stood there. Search and rescue crews are using backhoes and other heavy equipment to dig through this rubble, looking for people who might be trapped. Officials say more than 100 people were inside that candle factory at the time of the collapse. As of this morning, we know around 40 people have been rescued. Governor Andy Beshear says he believes dozens of workers likely lost their lives. Rescue efforts have been complicated since Mayfield's main fire station and emergency services hub were also hit by the tornado. Another area feeling the sting of those deadly storms, Bowling Green, Kentucky. At least 12 people have died in Warren County, and children are among that number. Listen to one man who witnessed the tornado describing just an unbelievable scene.
I looked out the door, all I saw was a big pile of wind, like big wind gusts coming through the wrapped in rain. Blew the door open. And while the door was being blown open, I was trying to take cover. The plexiglass hit me from behind. I fell, and the door that I was in slammed shut.
One man we spoke to described it as the longest 3 minutes of his life. Officials say at least 500 homes, 100 businesses were also destroyed in Warren County. Well, local churches, police departments, and